In today's video, I'm going to give you real-time breakdown of how my teen coaches inside Teen Coach Academy are getting teen and parent clients. Now, they're coming from either speaking gigs, such as in schools, in-person events, word of mouth, and the good old juicy social media world, which we're going to break down today. So, bit of a warning. Yes, we help you get clients. Yes, you will make money at some stage. I can't promise when, but it is only a matter of when. But in this demonstration, you're going to learn very quickly that we're not just about getting clients or making money or scaling to the moon. I'm going to be teaching you how to get clients in a very genuine, loving way where you feel very safe and protected and you start to enjoy your business so much more. So it'll make sense in the next few minutes. But let's get right into it. I'm going to show you in real time how one of our clients, shout out to Taylor, who has been getting clients through social media. Now, as you can see up on screen, Taylor helps teenagers write outstanding essays and help them get into schools as a result of that. So whether you are helping teenagers with mindset or confidence, entrepreneurship, relationships, academics, test prep, colleges, it really does not matter exactly what you're helping teenagers with, because that's what we can support you through as well. Our coaches help from all walks of life when it comes to teenagers. And so in particular with Taylor's case, she's helping teenagers write great essays and get into colleges. So how is Taylor doing this from a social media perspective? Well, let's take you through that. I'm mindful this wasn't a quick fix or a quick win for Taylor. She personally has been playing in the Teen Coach Academy world over the last couple of years. So there's been so many highs and lows, so many wins, and then sometimes it's been a drought, sometimes it's been a slow patch. But I really want to commend Taylor on being one of our rising stars inside the academy. So please be mindful, this is not a quick win. And if you're looking for a quick fix, then I am not your person, because once again, it's going to make a lot of sense. So with Taylor, we went through a specific pro bono campaign, as you can see up here, and I'm going to break down those wins, because as a result, what happened with Taylor is she got a paid client from that. So I'm going to take you through what the pro bono campaign actually looks like, so you can get similar results, maybe better, maybe not as well. I don't know, depends on how much you charge. But this is one of many levels inside Taylor's world. And she really just started to listen to her market so much better as a result of the campaign that I'm going to teach you through over the next few minutes as well. So some great wins as a result: signing a 3-month client, designing a whole new program because she got so much data from this particular client success and client sale, and she's gained a lot of clarity around her ideal clients as well, which is really, really good. Now, as a result, most importantly, Taylor's been embracing the evolution of her leadership. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this session, this isn't just about you getting clients in my world. If that's what you're about, amazing. There's a lot of business coaches out there that can help you with that. This is about you growing and evolving as a leader, as a CEO, as a teen coach, and importantly, enjoying your business by how you conduct yourself in marketing and sales. We are in a very sensitive niche. The way we do things is slightly a little bit different to how other marketing gurus might be teaching at the moment. So find those tweaks, find the 2 millimeter shift, but importantly, borrow our standards, our values, and our belief systems so you can weave that into your marketing campaigns. So this is how we've taken Taylor through this milestone so she can get a teen client, and as a bonus made $3,500 in cash as a result of that. So step one, where did we start with Taylor? Well, specifically, assuming you already have a parent audience, that's very important. Alrighty, so whether you're speaking in schools already, you're in the communities, church, youth ministry, whatever that is, in this case as well, we tap into social media. So when it comes to social media, I recommend 2 platforms, choosing one in the beginning. That's either Facebook or Instagram. In Taylor's case, we decided, even though she's on both, we decided for what's best of the season she's in at the moment, we actually tapped into Facebook for Taylor. And so when it comes to her specific audience, we actually started to target parents, which is obviously common sense, Parents are the buyers of your teen coaching programs. So we then launched a pro bono campaign to take your parent leads online to the next particular step in your journey. We don't want you to race your way to a sale. We want you to slow down and build the path of easy yeses. So what's the next easy yes to bring parents from the front end is we announce free coaching. That was simply simple as it is. Free services, a taste of Taylor's world, and we designed this 5-day experience for her to bring parents and teenagers through. Now, because it's an easy yes, what this allowed parents to do on Taylor's profile is actually opt for that. So the next natural step is Taylor set up a parent consult with the parent that was actually inquiring about this free coaching. Now, what's really important on this consult is that we bring parents in with the teenager. This is a very important standard that I want you to set in your world. And this is a standard that Taylor is incredibly proud about because we know that this works. You meet the parents with the teenagers on the same call. Unless they're divorced or co-parenting or for whatever reason you need to split them, that's a different story. But in this case, in this scenario, Taylor had both parents and teenager on this call together to qualify. So even though you're offering a free service, you want them to be qualified for this free service. Amazing. Now, once again, the reason why we do this, you want to see the demographic. You want to get a feel of the dynamic. You want to see and hear what the teenager is saying as well as the parents. But importantly, you have them in the same session or Zoom room because you want them to speak in front of each other and get them on the same page. What will this do for your teenagers when they can actually start hearing about how much their parents want to help them or how much their parents believe in them? What would it do for the parents when they can hear their son or daughter and actually share how much they want this or how much they're willing to work for it? You're really helping the family here by setting this standard. Also, from a marketing and sales perspective, you're eliminating any unnecessary back and forth or resistance or objections about how I need to talk to my teenager or I need to speak to hubby. You have them all on the same call because you've set that as a standard in your world. That's what works in our teen coaching niche. And I really encourage you to have that standard throughout the journey. Now, remember, this is the path of easy yeses. So you take them from social media. They say, yes, I want something for free. You pop them on a consult and you qualify them for that pro bono experience. Now, this is not just free coaching, and this is where a lot of teen coaches go wrong. You think you're above pro bono or you don't want to work for free. This is not just working for free. This is building a sales campaign with the path of least resistance. You need to see the family on average 2 to 3 times before a sale. That is our world. Take it or leave it, but that's what we have built and what we have proven that works is you will need at least 2 calls with this family before you can officially decide whether they are a good fit for your world. So yes, it's free coaching, but this is also an experience for you to see if this is the family you actually want to support. Because we work closely with teenagers and parents. And that's why we get great results because we don't treat one or the other as separate. Like we have this holistic approach. So also in this pro bono experience, this can be anywhere between 2 to 3 calls, maybe more, maybe less, over a 5-day period. And you're building, you're giving a great taster of what you provide. So in Taylor's case, she started to tease and give a little bit of like, this is what it feels like to work in Taylor's world. Awesome. But importantly, she customized the pro bono experience based on the data that parents came in with. See, with Taylor and with a lot of teen coaches in the beginning, you often question like, what can I actually help this family with or this teenager with or the parents? And my answer that I always say to all of you, including Taylor, is you don't know what you can specifically help them with until they sit on this consult with you and you qualify. So what Taylor did very well, she qualified the parents and the teen, she collected that data, And then she designed a pro bono experience based on exactly that, what they were wanting from her. Now, in that experience, of course, you want to manage expectations. You only have a week or so to really plant some important seeds. So don't overpromise here. Be very realistic with what you can achieve in a free 5 day journey. Now, what Taylor did also really, really well is she's delivered and collected a review, because that's ideal here. You want to coach for free or work for free here in exchange for a review. It's an easy yes. But then you also want to pre-frame your intentions. And that's what she did very well here as well by following how we do the pro bono campaign. You want to bring them through and set the tone for what's coming up ahead. Address the elephant in the room. Don't lie about your intentions. So the frame that I've been helping Taylor with is you want to plant the seed. Hey, mum and dad, over the next 5 days, I'm going to help you with your son or daughter with this. But I'm just very mindful of 5 days is not a long time. Potentially by the end of the week, we could have a conversation around how I can continue to support you as a family. Are you open to that conversation? So Taylor's already planting seeds. Awesome, in the pre-frame. And then it moves to the bow tie experience. So you deliver to the team, you have a great pro bono experience, and then you book in a parent bow tie call. This is where you seek feedback or provide feedback about how the teenager has been performing with you over the week. You also ask for a parent review, which is really amazing. And then because you've set the tone, you're asking for a re-sign potentially. Now, this is very important, team. Taylor fully understands now that this pro bono experience, this path of easy yeses, yes, it's designed to get parents and teams on your calendar. But it's important to understand that this is an audition round, that parents are auditioning to qualify for Taylor's world. Taylor is an authority. She's great at what she does. She gets incredible client results. So it's not that easy to become a client in Taylor's world. It's easy to say yes to something and to book a call, but following my lead, now she understands that we want to make our parents and our teenagers in a loving way work for it, because that's how you're never going to feel salesy or sleazy ever again. Taylor doesn't feel like she's pitching or selling because she is building this audition round for her teenagers and parents to show her how bad they actually want it. And if and only if at the end of the week it feels right energetically for Taylor, she then makes an offer to a re-sign. If and only if. And so in this particular case scenario, it felt right. It felt aligned. And the parents felt the same way because energy doesn't lie. And so there's so much to gain here from this experience because you're bringing them in on an easy yes. You're offering something for free. You want to make it easy for them to say yes to a consult. This is not a sales call. Very, very important for all of you. You make the mistake that first call is you trying to pitch. No wonder you're not getting sales. Remove the pitch. This is not a sales call. You're qualifying for something that they're going to opt for free, because you're going to test the parent and test the teenager to see how bad they actually want this. Then you take them through the journey. Awesome. You build that pro bono experience. You collect your first review within 5 days. You collect your second review also within 5 to 10 days. And based on that experience, you now have data to make that offer to a re-sign, and you get to decide whether you make that offer or not. Now, after 5 to 7 days experience with this family, you can fully understand whether you mesh well or not. And what's really amazing is once we help you set this stage, the parents are going to be asking you how they can actually continue to work with you. Now, this is not a long experience. I'm not the fastest way to get clients when you think about it. So if you're looking for a quick fix, I'm not your person, as I mentioned. But this isn't also just like the slowest way. It's not that slow. If you just take your time for a few days or just have that extra call or two, it makes all the difference by the time you set the stage for the sale at the end. So at the end of this experience, what Taylor also did very well, and it's been a growth point for her, is on this bow tie call, she closed the family on that call. Only the parents were here, not the teen, because you're discussing feedback, you're asking for a re-sign, etc., or offering a re-sign. But what Taylor did very well here is she closed the re-sign and collected 3,500 in cash on this call. So a lot of you also, where you're going wrong is you're just sending, it's not that bad, but if you're sending invoices and contracts and waiting for them to come back, like you're really delaying the process and causing unnecessary friction in your business model. All of this is designed to be doing it on the calls with parents, with teenagers. Collect reviews on the calls. No more back and forth asking for testimonials. Making the payment on the calls. No more back and forth emailing contracts and agreements. Like, just take the cash on the call because you've set the stage for that. So what usually gets in the way with a lot of teen coaches, unfortunately, for lack of better terms, is they're lazy. They want the money now and they want the client now. That doesn't work in our world, guys. You need, on average, even in today's coaching market, on average, 2 calls before a close. Whoever's promising you that you can close them on the first call, I hate to break it to you, but you're being misled. Right? Even if you weren't coaching teenagers and you're only coaching adults. That first initial call, remove the pitch. It's not a sales call. You're qualifying this family to see if they even mesh in your world on a values level. Then over 5 days, you need time to figure out, is this the teen you want to support? Is this the family you want to support? And worst case scenario, at the end of this experience, if you don't get the sale, that doesn't mean that they won't re-sign now. This re-sign can happen over the next 3 to 6 months, heck, maybe 12, 18 months. But you've planted a very important sacred seed here to support the family. And importantly, you don't feel salesy or sleazy because you're adding value. And as I said, worst case scenario, if you don't get the re-sign now, you've just collected 2 reviews to add to your coaching portfolio that a lot of teen coaches don't have because they're lazy. They don't get people on Zoom calls. They're scared to be seen. They don't want to be sounding salesy or sleazy. Guys, when you do it this way, you're empowering your prospects to earn a spot in your teen coaching program. I hope this is landing. Start doing it this way because I can only guarantee what works for me. I can only guarantee and teach you what works for people who follow my lead on this. But wouldn't it be worth it that if you set the stage for this pro bono to move into a paid client, goodness me, your sales conversion will increase so much more because you've set the stage. At the beginning of this session, I mentioned that 3,500 cash collected for Taylor is one of many levels in her world because she's really trying to figure out what the parent wants, what the parent's budget is. She's not just projecting, this is my program, take it or leave it. She's very much learning and understanding what is best for the parents right now. And there was a stage in Taylor's model where she was going through a bit of a drought because she only had that one option. We take your offers and we dissect them and package them differently, but it's still that one offer. We just took it and we've packaged it differently to cater for the family because you want to listen to what parents are coming to you for. So now her conversion rate has now started to increase because of this custom approach in sales, because she's slowed down in sales. Awesome. I know you need the clients, guys. I know you want them. Is it because you want them now because you want to help them, or you're freaking out and you have some money stories you need to work with as well, and you're trying to race your way and speed up to get these clients for the sake of getting the client? You're not doing your market any service. You're not doing yourself any service as well by trying to just like race to a sale. That's not how we do things in our world anyway. So what I've shared with you today, some great wins with Taylor. The pathway in itself, we give you everything, every step of the way to support, grow the parent audience, book in the consults, design the pro bono experience, set the stage to sell or make that offer on the parent bow tie call in a very loving and genuine way. I never feel like I'm selling, even though I am. Respectfully, I am always selling, but I never feel like I am. It's very genuine because I make you guys work for it a little bit too. I need to see something from you as well. I'm never going to make a pitch to someone that I don't think could potentially, really mesh well in our world. So start running your sales like that. And you'll be amazed what you can learn. Because in Taylor's case, once again, she's been able to grow the foundation of her business. And Taylor's not a newbie, by the way. She's a veteran in our space. She's been working with children for a very long time, especially in the college niche. But she's still developing market research and program development because she's taking her time to listen to her market. And that's how your business model evolves. That's how you can take one offer to multiple offers. That's how you can build a product suite. That's how you can start speaking on stages because you've started to listen to your market and really understand the metrics and the love language of your business and not just get caught up in the scale world of I just want money and get clients. You're gonna suffer very quickly in this space and you will not last in team coaching. But importantly, as I said, growing so much as a person, as a CEO, and in all ways that will pay off in the far future. So yes, you can make money in my world. And that's going to make a great difference. What would an additional 3,500 do for your business? Maybe if it wasn't 3,500, it was 500 or 1,000, maybe more. I don't know. Depends on when you and I sit down together and have that conversation about how much you charge. But what would that do for the future of your business? Importantly, fully understanding yourself and growing as a person and standing in your own personal power, what would that do for your career? What would that do for your existing relationships? I don't know why you would love to entertain working in our world. People join me for all sorts of reasons. They want to grow as a person. They want to build their CEO mindset. They want to get clients, of course, and make money. Or they want to just work with someone like-minded and have that accountability. It could range. And maybe it is the systems and sales and hiring a virtual assistant team and all that good stuff I can help you with. I don't know. There's so many corners to my world. And so that's why I always would love to invite you to just book in a call. You're going to find a link down below this video. Remember, you know my style. This is not a sales call. Leave your money at home. I don't even know if you qualify for our world just yet. This is a conversation to see where do you need the most support in your team coaching model? What is broken? We're going to go through your model together. You're going to watch me draw this up and customize it for you on this 15-minute call together. So if that's a great deal and you're curious and you want to have that conversation, go down and book in your call. No strings attached. As I mentioned, don't block your blessings. Remove the pressure of a pitch. We need to figure out whether this world is for you or not. Amazing. So I hope you got a lot of value out of this. This wasn't a quick fix, as I mentioned in Taylor's world. She's been hanging out with me over the last 2 to 3 years, dancing in between certain levels. And finally, we really are fine-tuning her model and really honoring the true sales experience in this market where we want to build the path of easy yeses. Take your audience to an easy yes, a simple phone call or a Zoom call, give them an experience where they're auditioning for your world. And if and only if they pass the values and vibe and hunger check, you make that re-sign and collect the sale just like Taylor did on the re-sign call. Appreciate you guys for checking in. And for those that are going to be booking in a call, I look forward to meeting you very, very soon.